Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Kathy at Attic Treasures Etc. and I'm here for day 5 of Defemember 2022, and today's prompt is a number or sentiment ticket and a ticket and a bumblebee. So I have a bunch of stuff here and I'll show it all to you in just a second, but first I want to let you know that this is hosted by Barbara at 49 Dragonflies and Louisa Heinzel at Junk Journal Art, and I will link their info videos in the description below so you can go there and see what kinds of stuff that they're doing and what Defemember is all about. So I have here a little envelope that I made after I finished up with the prompt for yesterday. I had another sheet of the paper that I used for my recycled art, and then I've got some Tim Holtz tickets, and I have a bumblebee and a stencil with some honeycomb on it, and then these little laser cut craft icons from the Dollar Tree, and then some foundry wax and distress stain and texture paste and a bunch of different stuff. So I think what I'd like to do is get a new piece of wax paper because that one's trashed. Let's see, this one's not too bad. Okay, so just to protect my workspace here. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is to give this a little bit of a spray with some mica stain in Winter Frost and Antique Bronze. So I'll do that and be right back. And it helps to, when you're using this, to clean the nozzle so you don't get big huge drippy drips. And then of course shake it. Okay, so we have a bit of a shimmer, and that is what I wanted. And so I'm going to dry this off camera, and then I'll get started with the texture paste. Okay, so I'm using this texture paste by Ranger, and I'm going to color it a little bit with some Distress Spray Stain in the Wild Honey. And I don't need very much. Of course, I can always add more. Maybe a little bit more. And I use this plastic in here to keep it moist. It's just plastic wrap. Just mixing it up with my palette knife, and then I'll put it on with the stencil. Okay, well, that's good. So lifting it with the bottom of my palette knife, and I don't want a whole lot of texture paste on here. I just want to give it the effect of a honeycomb. Okay, I'm going to go rinse off my stencil and be right back while that's drying. Alright, so this needs to dry. I'm going to set it aside and then prepare my bumblebee here. Okay, my idea with this is to use some of the Distress Frosted Crystal. So it's an embossing powder. And I just want to enhance this little guy a little bit more. I'm not sure where the bumblebee came from. It might be a Tim Holtz one, or maybe it came in another ephemera pack. I honestly can't remember. So this is the Distress Frosted Crystal. Okay, there you go. You can sort of see it's a little bit sparkly. It's really hard to pick it up in the camera. So we'll set that aside. And then this flower, I want to play with the foundry waxes. They come in statue, gilded, sterling, and mined. Wait, that's not too close. Okay, so all I do with this is just dry brush it on with a little brush. You know, shake it up. And I like to use a lot of, all the colors, because why not? I just want to get a few colors on here, and then I will dry it with my heat gun. It doesn't take as long to kick off as embossing powder does, but the effect when it's done is really cool. There. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the one that I use the foundry wax on. You can see it has a bit of a shine there. And this is the what it looks like before any foundry wax is on it. So still it's kind of dull. And this one's nice and shiny. Okay, so it might be just about time to put all of this together. So I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way here. Grab this. I'm going to take my vintage photo. And give a little bit more color to the honeycomb. Make sure I'm in the frame here. And I think I also want to use some rusty hinge. Okay, now I've got my tickets. And the tickets have numbers on them, so they count for two things. So a ticket and a number, or a sentiment. A number or a sentiment and a ticket. I'm getting them confused. So I'm going to put them on here as a little cluster. Take my little sparkly bumblebee. And I want to add a sentiment, even though I've already covered the sentiment part, by choosing a number, which is all over the ticket, but I wanted to put one on here anyway. Because when I was first thinking about this project, I really did not know where to begin. So I just told myself, start somewhere. And that's exactly what I did. So here's my prompt for, or my project for prompt number 5. Number or sentiment in a ticket and a bumblebee. So I think this was fun, and it gave me something to make with this envelope that I made that I had left over yesterday. And I hope you liked it. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And here, let's put you down a little bit. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I think that would be lovely. And leave me a comment as well. I really enjoy getting the comments. I'd like to know if you are doing the Defemember, and if you are, and you have a YouTube channel, if you could leave me a link to your channel. I'd love to see what you've come up with, or post them on Instagram using the hashtag Defemember2022. So I will see you in my next video. Happy crafting, everybody, and let the serendipity find you. Thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.